Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sammy Ketchum, and welcome back to Sammy Ketchum TCG. Tonight, we are going to be talking about my matches, my gameplay at locals, the deck that I played, the decks that I faced, and practically just everything in between. This is only the second time that I'm actually doing a video like this. So, bear with me as I learn and as I keep coming up with ways of making this better. All right. So, at the start of the day when I got there, I was kind of on a one-track mind. I was thinking I was going to play with my Charizard deck. I had Charizard Dusknoir with Pecharunt, ready to play with proxies. And I was going to play that. Since I had most of the deck complete, I think the only thing I was missing was a Pecharunt EX and maybe some Mochis to go with it. But when I got to locals, I was able to trade for all of my poison deck stuff. I was able to get 2 Pecharunt EXs. I was able to get a Munkidori and a second Okidogi. I got this one, and then I got a regular version of the Okidogi, the regular EX. I was also able to get 2 baby Pecharunts as well in trades. So I literally got everything I needed for the Loyal 3 deck, as they call it. I call it the Fantastic Four because I'm including Pecharunt EX. So yeah, it's the Fantastic Four now. But I got everything I need. The rest of the deck, the Mochis, what have you. So I kind of switched gears and I quickly put the Loyal 3 deck together because I brought it with me. And I played that, in my local tournament. So here's how my matchups went. Round 1, I faced up against Dragapult Pidgeot. I lost a coin flip and my opponent went first. That was not in my favor. This deck apparently wants to go first so I can at least get an energy down. And then the next turn, I want to go into Janine to attach, more energies and then get the ball rolling. Now, I can go second, but if I go second, I'm really forced to try to have the nuts to get, everything off to attack second, to attack on my, going second, which this deck can rarely do. So going first, getting that first energy down is important, which I missed it. So I end up, going second, and of course, and not having that initial first turn attack. But not only that, is that I had a very, very Actually, I think I did attack going second, but I attacked with the baby Pecharunt. And I was able to knock out his Dreepy with an energy on it. That was a good thing, but before I attacked, I used Squawkabilly EX's ability to discard my hand. Alright? My hand was complete trash. Well, cards that I couldn't use, but cards that I could use later. Like, I had a Super Rod in my hand, 2 energy switches, and I forgot some other stuff. But the most important thing that was in my hand that went to the discard pile with Squawk was the Super Rod. And I hated that that went to the discard pile. Well, and my energy switches too, because I rely on the energy switches to help me turbo out the deck. Well, to switch my energies off. It's especially very good with Janine, since I can energy switch one of the energies from the Pokemon that I attach with this to wherever I need to, you know, to get my attackers going. So 2 of those are already down. So I'm down 2 energy switches and a Super Rod, which was very big. Then the next turn, my opponent, well, not the next turn exactly, but a couple of turns after that, my opponent bosses my Pecharunt EX and knocks it out. Oh, I think I know the reason why. Well, one of the reasons why I lost that game was because I had already discarded my second copy of Pecharunt EX and sent it to the discard pile. You know, because I mean, I only played 1 Super Rod, 1 recovery card, and this was keeping me in the game with its ability. Then he knocks this out, bosses this up, knocks this out, you know, and now I have no more Pecharunts in play that could switch my dark Pokemon into play and poison them. Well, this deck relies on this ability a lot, because I switch my dark attackers up, poison them, then put the Mochi on them so they could do more damage, you know. And without the heart of the deck just falls apart, and I'm stuck trying to find other ways to do things, you know. So after he bosses this up, knocks it out, I take my turn, I do whatever. My turn is just lackluster. I really can't do anything. Can't mount anything. No attacks, no nothing. You know, I'm just like attach, pass, and I look at his board. His board is like Dragapult, Pidgeot. You know, he has another Dragapult down there ready to go. He's all set up, and I'm just like, all he has to do is just search his deck for a boss with the Pidgeot, knock out my Pheasantipity that I have on the field, and I'm really out of this game now. You know, so I was just like, you know what? You win, I scoop. I already know the play. I already know what you're going to do to end me. There's no sense in me playing it out. I was like, you got the game. And I feel like that's better for me to concede, because I already know what's going to happen, than to sit there and to keep trying, knowing I'm not going to win. And then I just end up getting beat worse. So let's just go ahead, soak it up, move to the next game. And so that's what I did. Alright, went to the next game. I faced off against Regidrago. And again, I lost the coin flip. And Regidrago likes to go first. So they go first, which is bad for me because my deck likes to go first. again. And again, just like the previous game, I Squawkabilly away Super Rod, which was bad. So I don't know what it is, but Super Rod keeps wanting to be in my hand early in the game, which is I just don't know. Like, I just keep having these bad draws, bad things. I somewhat got set up, but I really didn't get anything going. Like, I could have actually, could I actually have had him? I could have if I would have had the attack, but of course I didn't have the attack going second. It would have been great if I did, because I would have knocked out his only Regidrago, which I didn't. On his biggest play, what he did, on his next turn when he finally got up his Regidrago, he bossed up my Pheasantipity and knocks it out. So that was the end of that. Again, since I discarded my Super Rod with Squawkabilly, because I mean I had to, because I really didn't have plays at all. So I had to discard my hand. I had to get the ball rolling. So I had to discard my Super Rod. So I had no way of getting Pheasantipity back. I have no way, you know. I mean, I may have had a way to get him out to the field, but I had no way of getting him back from the discard pile. So I'm considering maybe somehow playing or putting Night Stretcher in this deck so I could get back cards like Pheasantipity from the discard pile. Even though I have a Super Rod, somehow Super Rod wants to be in my opening hand. You know, the game goes on. The Regidrago player is able to get Dragapult in the discard pile, Goodra. You know, it's doing Regidrago things. It's getting off the ability, etc., etc. It gets all the stuff in the discard pile. He Goodras me. Then he Dragapults me. You know, and then, you know, from that point on, he's just able to, you know, get everything going. And I'm just like, you know what? I scooped this one too. Because I just couldn't really, I couldn't really get anything. After he knocked out my Pheasantipity, I had no supporters in my hand that could help me draw. I had no draw cards on the board that could help me draw. Didn't have out Mew VMAX. I literally had nothing. I was literally shitting bricks. So yeah. So I went to the next game. Conceded that one too. The next game I played against another Regidrago deck. And this Regidrago deck was definitely different. Had different texts in it and things like that. He was playing the Noivern and things like that. But anyway, the game starts and he bricks. He is bricking hard. I did win the coin flip, so I opted to go first, of course, which was good for me. He gets to take his turn. Like I said, he bricked. He had an Ogerpon on the field. He had his Regidrago on the field, but really wasn't able to do anything, to mount anything. I was able, on my coming turn, I was able to have a very, very successful turn. And I was able to play Janine's Secret Art, get my Munkidori powered up, you know, that energy switch, have all three energies on him, attach the Mochi to him, and knocked out his only Regidrago. The only thing he had on the field was an Ogerpon. His hand was literally just a brick. He had nothing. He had Ogerpon in the active. That's all he had. You know. And he couldn't get anything. And he was just like, pass. And I was like, what? And then he showed me his hand. His hand had nothing in it. He couldn't get anything. Couldn't get out a second Regidrago. Couldn't do anything. So his hand looked like my hands in the other two matches or whatever. So I was like, I understand. I understand. And then it comes back to me. My Munkidori could not attack on that turn. So, you know, I was just like, you know what? All I have to do is manually retreat. Use Pecharunt EX's ability to switch him back to the active. Attach energy to him for the turn. He gets poisoned by Pecharunt. Since he's poisoned, my Binding Mochi will knock out his only Pokemon, his Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. And so that ended quick because like he really bricked, like seriously bricked. One mistake I think he did was that he went Ultra Ball or something for his what was it? His Noivern. He went Ultra Ball for Noivern when he should have gotten something that would help him set up, like Squawkabilly or I don't know, or maybe another Regidrago or something that could have helped him set up. Instead of him getting the Noivern to put into the discard pile. Granted, yes, getting it in the discard pile would have been good, because like my whole deck is basics and Noivern would stop that. And I understand what he was going for, but like, look, set everything up first, then worry about getting your stuff into the discard pile. Because if you don't set up first, you're not going to be able to do anything. And that's what happened to him. But those were how my matches went. But I still had a terrific day. Especially a great day trading, because I literally got all the cards I needed for all of my decks. This whole entire deck is complete. This whole entire deck is complete now, which is very good. My Zard deck is complete now. So I at least have, like, my Zard deck is complete now. My Loyal 3 Fantastic Four deck is complete. And my Miraidon deck is complete. So I now have 3 decks that I could basically choose from to use at events. If I want to. That was like the big plus, the big takeaway. You know, and then my the Series 5 Pokemon Play Packs are out now. And so we were able to get those. That was alright. That was nice. But yeah, overall, it was decent. And I really did like playing in the Shrouded Fable format. I just wish I had, you know, better turns, a better way of showing what this deck can do. But hopefully I get more opportunities to do that. Other than that, guys, that is the video. Make sure you guys come back next week, because next week we're gonna have kind of like, well, I would say a special episode, but I will be going into my matches from the League Challenge that my shop will be holding next week. So it just won't be a normal locals recap. It'll be a League Challenge recap, and I'll get to tell you about that. So stay tuned for that next week. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, make sure you take care of yourself and each other. Thank you.